Look at this closet. This closet's unreal. Wow. I mean, this is a room. This is a normal room, typically. It is my pleasure to present to you something you rarely, if ever, see. We're on a 37.5-foot lot in Lincoln Park in a contemporary home built by BAK Development. So typically you're seeing standard, traditional, lots of ornate detail homes, and they sell just fine. But this home right here is for someone maybe shifting from a different neighborhood, someone who wants this phenomenal location, but wants not the same thing you're seeing everywhere. And I love the differences. So on each side of this 60-inch double wolf oven, typically you're seeing the 48-inch, we are flanked by 36-inch column Sub-Zero freezer and refrigerator. And then you have this command center of an island, waterfall edges on both sides, double cabinetry of storage on this side. You can still hear the construction, and this home is under contract already. But we have Miele dishwasher here. Then you have the second sink with another dishwasher. And then you have the wine fridge right here. Now, this is Sub-Zero as well. And the microwave hidden, but in the room, tying everything together on each side of this island. You also have the shelves back here with the backsplash going all the way up. Nice, subtle detail, working it all in the room. I love the Italian cabinetry. I like the two-tone. Notice that there's no outlets on the backsplash. That is completely clear. So you have all your outlets channeled above here. Continuing on the trend of not destroying your beautiful stone, you have the outlets here when they are typically here somewhere. What a great idea, just to put them right on the side, hide them, conceal them. Now, we have white oak, 4-inch planks beneath us. Notice the drywall details. So to create points of distinction where you know where you are, you have a layer coming through here, nice, subtle, kind of muted, understated. Now, we're gonna walk into the entrance. We have the same thing here. This is definitely defined as your dining room in this space. And then you have a great living space here around the fireplace. So, you know, typically you're seeing a sofa, 2 chairs, coffee table, but because of the width, because of all the room that we have, your options are really limitless. You can do anything you want. Now, a detail I really like, there's no closet here. Often you're walking in right to the closet. Now, there's still tons of room to maneuver, lots of space to work with. But this gives you an opportunity for service of your guests. So, hey, let me take your coats and let me bring them over here. Take a look around. To not 1, but 2 coat closets. And then, if they've had some long travels and they need a place to go, you're in this powder room. Now, this might be the best tile I've seen in the longest time. This has a basket weave pattern to it, and I was just with Luke, the developer, and his initial impression or thought on this was that it was like a random texture, but it actually matches the basket weaving. So this is 3D printed on, or however they do it, but it's the texture of it. I mean, it's a tile. This is not wallpaper. Adam just touched it because he's like, really? This looks like wallpaper. It's absolutely phenomenal. You have the mirror that fits right in, sconces on each side, beautiful lighting throughout the entire home, really fitting a sophisticated contemporary decor. Now, every time I move one of these doors, they're heavy. It's not the cheap doors that you often see or often finding, while often are 8 foot. Now, what I like too, this is the perfect place right here for all your things. I don't know what they're going to do with this space. This is a great place for a mirror, artwork, a real place to show off. But here, you have a great table to kind of drop your things, a nice drop zone while you're here. Notice, as we're looking around, do you notice where the outlets are? You don't see any outlets on the walls. They're built into the base trim. And then here, we have a paint color, which is like hair on feather, I think. And that's on the trim, on the walls, on the doors, on the ceiling, all in 3 different sheens. So flat on the ceiling, satin on the base and the trim, eggshell everywhere else. It's color drenching the room while keeping it nice and subtle, tying things together. Another point that's really nice. So a lot of times in a space like this, you would see an L. But an L in this width of a home would remove the symmetry. It would really cut things up because everything is very contemporary, straight lines. So you have this nice, wide, deep bench. I love the depth of the bench. They're probably going to get some custom cushions made to have here, nice, thick. And then you have storage underneath. And then you have your overflow room right here. Costco room. This is probably going to be your pantry. But with all the cabinetry, I don't even know if you need it. Then you have a step down. So another point of delineation. This clearly shows us what we're doing here. I imagine a 12-person sofa, RH, extra deep cushions, looking right over the yard. So they're finishing the yard right now. One great point of this home, front to back, from the common walkway, from the apron of the driveway, all the way down to the apron, through the sidewalk, to the walkway, on the stairs, everything is radiant heat. No salt, no shovel, no slipping, good health. As well as all the way out here. They even have more than one gas line because of the multiple places that you might want to do something. I noticed that being in this property. We're going to go into some of the bedrooms and you're going to see, well, they have a TV wall here and a TV wall there because they don't know which one you're going to choose. Quartzite fireplace mantle, 3 layers dripping down, subtle, contemporary, but elegant. What I love about the style that BAK does, it's understated. The more you're in the room, the more you understand why you love it. There's nothing cheap. There's a lot of opportunities, just like right here. There's a lot of opportunities for developers to use inferior materials. But what does this say? What does this say? This says MTech. Well, if you don't know, there's really nothing better than MTech. The hardware slid right in. And what is this room? An office? A kid's room? It's a flex space. You could use this really for any reason you want. And then, nicely tiled. I don't know who's picking out their tile, but I love all the choices. There's another nice kind of texture to this. It's not coming off the sun, but you can see it in the sun. But it's like a grid pattern, but not a typical grid that you see. So it looks really, really sharp. Low voltage at your entrances, low voltage at your windows. So you can have window treatments that are wireless. Let's go upstairs. White oak treads and risers all the way up. I mean, come here. You don't want to see the white on the side. It's nice to have this continuous all the way. There's nothing like a landing, but the most important thing here is look at these skylights. These skylights are phenomenal. You have a real place when you get up here to work with. Nothing feels crowded. You can have your whole family right in this space. No one is fighting for space. So let's go straight to the primary. You have your laundry right here. Double-sided laundry. Waterfall edge down. Sink, of course. I mean, even for the laundry sink, they're using a Blanco basin. So here, this is a great detail that was showed to me while I was walking the home. They have a separate zone for the primary bedroom. So they needed this extra sack just for that. And they basically do that with dampers. I mean, when you walk in and see someone's HVAC system, it's usually on a control panel for that. And that's what that does. That controls the dampers so you can have your own zone in that room. I was talking about the lighting and we were talking about the texture and the tile. This is tile. This is not wallpaper. And it goes everywhere and everything ties together. So we have engineered trusses beneath us that allow us to have this curbless shower. You have the cantilevered bench. And, oh, this is all Axer. I didn't even notice that before. Axer system everywhere. Rain head, overhead, handheld. No niche, just continuous ledge all the way through. seamless throughout. They did kind of a new take on a skinny shaker right here. You can tell where they have the hardware that's going to be installed, but it's pushing out a little bit, giving it a little more definition and dimension than you typically see. And then you have your water closet with the frosted door, washlet toilet. This was included. There's a bidet outlet here. Of course there is. You have your own space, and then you have the heated floor panel in there as well. It's kind of hide it, keep it out of the way so you have minimal space. So this is such a small detail, I almost overlooked it. And if it wasn't showing me, I wouldn't have known about it. But these are the new Roburn mirrors. So you're having non-square, circular outlet on this side, a little light as well. These are phenomenal, and how well do they build in? I mean, you would never know this was here. And of course you have wall-mounted faucets. But this, with these lights, and then you have the opaque glass here, everything frosted for privacy, it feels so good. So as we come through, we're in the primary. And check out this primary. Huge room, but a bonus space over here. So what is this? Is this your dressing area? I don't know. What would you put here? Let me know in the comments. But this is such a cool extension of the room when you have this because of the width of the home. Huge closets right on the back side of this wall. Now I was talking about TV placement. TV's here, TV there, because I don't know where you're going to put the bed or how you want it. But also important, overhead lighting for every person. So this is very hotel-esque, 2 on each side. They figured out the spacing perfectly. So they know where your nightstands are going to be after you have a nice bed frame, controlling it on either end. Look at this closet. This closet's unreal. Wow. I mean, this is a room. This is a normal room, typically. Double vanity. I like how they inlay the mirror. Keeps it soft, subtle, very detailed, and then storage on each side because we all need storage. And look at this. A lot of places you might go into, and this would hit the vanity. It would hit your faucet, but not here. Okay, I'm a huge fan of this hexagon floor tile. One, they brought it all the way in here. But two, it continues all the way through. They have the same pattern coming through where you have the extra medicine cabinets right here. And again, these are Roburn. Hey, you don't have to have, these are the most expensive mirrors there are. And then you have the Duravit vanities, easy push, contemporary, look good, push to open, push close, and then into the tile, you have your toilet paper where it should be. This is just such a great restroom. And then in every single restroom as well, come here. Everyone forgets to turn on their fan or knows that they leave it on later. They either forget to turn it on or turn it off. This solves that. So, okay, 20-minute shower. There it goes. Oh, and it's a very low decibel, so you don't even hear it. But this solves that issue of forgetting to turn it on or not wanting to turn it on because you forget. So they're doing some work down here, so just ignore the noise for now. I love this tile. Again, this is all radiant heat, but it has kind of a concrete look to it. So it's not cold, it's inviting, it's warm, but it leads right to the bar. We have a Sub-Zero beverage center right here. Again, another area you could spend less on and you don't need to. They went all the way out. Nice, large sink. Sometimes these are too small for the bar sink. And then we have our second mechanical room. I always love these because it's showing the engineering. It's showing the care to detail. We have an ERV system for fresh air. It's showing you everything that you want in the care. I mean, even the recessed dryer vent isn't something you always see. Another Duravit vanity, same functionality, and the final detail. This wool carpet is just so nice to feel. So thank you for watching. I appreciate all your views. I would love to show your home someday.